podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to the Paddock and The Pavilion with Stephen Wallace. In each show, Stephen will interview someone connected to the world of horse racing or cricket.
Hello everyone. On today's podcast, I was joined by Bill Adamson, a passionate cricket coach local to me in East Anglia, who has designed Crickbox, the ultimate cricket aid, an exciting new coaching aid for any cricketer. Hello Bill, thanks for joining me on the Paddock and the Pavilion.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
Well, thank you, Bill. Before we get talking about Crickbox, for our listeners, can you let us know a bit more about your cricketing background?
My cricketing background? Well, I fell in love with the game through my dad, who played cricket in London, so we always used to have to go and watch him. Usual story, sitting on the boundary with sandwiches watching my dad play. Then I joined a club down in Dorset called Carter's and started playing. It was my dad's turn then to sit on the boundary and watch me. I've come up to March and started playing in the local area, and I've been coaching because my daughter and my son, surprisingly, both fell in love with the game. And I started coaching them, and I coached at Wimbledon, and then I moved into March and coached at March. I've been coaching for over 20 years. Love it. I love going into the schools. I love inspiring anybody to play the beautiful game.
And for listeners, this is March and Wimbledon. They're both in Cambridgeshire in the UK.
A lovely place to live.
So I can tell from the way you're talking, you love coaching.
I absolutely adore coaching. It's great to inspire other people. To fall in love with such a beautiful, and I can't keep saying it is a beautiful game, and it's for everyone. That's the most important thing. Everybody can play this.
And do you especially like coaching young people, boys and girls?
Yeah, I love coaching boys and girls because that's how I started my journey through my dad. We didn't have as many coaches about, but it was through my dad coaching me that I felt inspired to play the game. So I love doing that for other children, giving them the opportunity to fall in love, get fit, and have fun with it.
Moving on to our main topic on the podcast, Crickbox. How did you come up with the idea, and how long ago?
Well, it's been a journey. It's taken 7 years now, and we're finally there. It was through my coaching down at March. It was quite not frustrating, but hard and difficult to actually, with bowlers, to get them bowling in the good lines and lengths. And obviously there was no picture there to show them. We couldn't record anything and at our level. So it was just, so I suddenly thought, well, I could come up with something good here. There's an opportunity, you need to do something. So I sat down and came up with Crickbox, come up with the idea. And from there, I spoke to some friends that were in the ECB Coaching Association, and it was the chairman, and Nicholls then got involved because they had the contract with the ECBCA, and they had a open forum where various coaches were allowed to go from across the country to present to them, to present to the Coaching Association, and to present to Nicholls, and they would choose a coaching aid that they would manufacture and produce. Mine was chosen. Nicholls took it on. However, circumstances outside of my control, Nicholls couldn't get the product to market in the time that they had the contract. So in the end, it was the patent was signed back to me by themselves, and I was told, because their brand manager Nick Wilton was a really fantastic guy, ex-county player. He said, you go and do this because this works. We just couldn't manage it for you. So they gave me the patent back, and the journey started again. And now I've finally got there. I've actually done it myself, and it's been manufactured, and Crickbox is here for everyone.
Well, good for you, Bill. Crickbox is now live. Can you let us know, what is Crickbox?
Crickbox is, I like to say, it's the ultimate cricket aid because it just doesn't cover bowling. the design of it can be for batting, fielding drills, warm-ups, anything. You put it down, use your imagination, because I've got a great imagination, but everybody has that. So Crickbox, is an opportunity for coaches, players, anybody just to pick it up and think, what can I do with this? So it's ideal for bowling because you obviously bowling line and lengths, the picture's there for you. It's good for batting drills, batting through the lines, and for fielding, throwing into the stumps and that. It takes out a lot of equipment. You don't need the stumps you don't need the stumps, you just need Crickbox, and aim at the box. So I believe in it, I always have, and that's what Crickbox is.
So what are the items that are included in the Crickbox bag?
In Crickbox bag, you get 6 different coloured balls, marked 1 to 6, and you get 4 white corners, you get 4 yellow corners, you get 6 straight yellow lines, and you also get 6 bowlers or team markers in the relevant colours. It all marries up. The balls marry up to the ball markers marry up to the team or bowler markers. So it's there, it's all relevant, and you also get some instructions and some idea. I've spent a long time buying coaching equipment, and you buy it, and unless you've seen anything about it, you don't really know what you're supposed to do with it. So I thought, well, the good idea is to have the instructions, have a story in there. I'll tell people what Crickbox is, how it came about, and then there are drills. A couple of me and my coaching friends at March, we've come up with a couple of basic drills for you to use, some ideas. But like I keep saying, use your own imagination. We're willing to, and I'd love to see people's own designs for it. Send it to us, because then you can join the story. Because if we like it, we'll put it in Crickbox as an instructor. You can become part of the team with us.
That all sounds good. And you're then gathering feedback from other people who are using the product.
Yes, it's the best people to give us feedback are the people using it. Yes, and with people's own imagination, they can definitely have fun. It can definitely help. And especially, it's not just, it's aimed, I really want to aim it at everybody and the family. The family is important. Young players, young children, they've got family. Well, you can practice away from the cricket club. You can practice in your garden. You can practice anywhere you want. And my big thing is that in our parks, we don't see cricket being played anymore. But you can play some type of cricket with Crickbox. You can set it up and have fun as a family. There are loads of games that you can play with it.
And the box itself is quite portable, isn't it? It's not too big.
The box itself, it's funny you should say that. I've actually got the bag here, and it comes in this really nice, easy to carry bag. Yes, must have, okay? And it's so easy to carry around, and everything is in there.
Easily get that in your front or back of your car, let alone your boot.
Yes, easy. It's so simple, and that's what's good about it. You can just pick it up. A family or children wanting to go up the park with their mates in the summer holiday, will take your Crickbox with you. Go get 6 of you and have a bit of fun with it.
Bill, before I ask you about the benefits of Crickbox, I earlier chatted to Lois Hopkins, the captain of the March Marvels women's cricket team, about her own personal thoughts of the benefits of Crickbox, and this is what she had to say.
There's so many benefits. I mean, personally, the biggest one for me is my bowling, because you can see instantly how consistent your bowling is. And it's fantastic to be able to go up to the dots afterwards to see the consistency and the actual number of deliveries that you've bowled.
And it helps with batting and fielding as well, though.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got the Crickbox. You can make your boxes for fielders and wicket keepers to stay in. So then you can use that as a target to throw into. So it's a lot. It brings it more into a realistic sort of game scenario to try and drum into you how important it is to have that consistent throw in, that consistent bowl every time.
And batting wise, how does it help batting?
Batting wise, I mean, you've got obviously the lines that you can use to get the consistency for each shot. You can set out target areas. So it's more of a visual aid. So when you're out in the game situation and scenario, you can see those in your mind, and and cast your mind back to when you're practicing down here on a Tuesday evening with the coaches, and you can play those shots confidently and consistently.
And how often and when do you use it?
We use it every training session. We use it for every warm-up before games, and any opportunity we use it.
So you'd strongly recommend using Crickbox for local clubs who are training?
Absolutely. Any clubs, any counties, it's definitely a key part of the kit.
How pleased are you as part of the March Marbles to be part of Crickbox?
Yeah, we're incredibly proud of Bill and the whole Crickbox branding, to be a part of the journey from the start. It's very exciting. It is really good, and I know the club's bought 3 to roll out, throughout the club. So juniors, women's, first team. It's for everybody. And I know a couple of people, including a couple of the Marvels themselves, are very keen to purchase one themselves, because you can use it on the beach. And
some good feedback there from Lois. What do you think the benefits of Crickbox are, Bill?
Well, the benefits of Crickbox for myself and the way that I actually designed it and what I was hoping to achieve in my aims and my goals, it can be individual, it can be team, it can be family, it can be friends. They're the people that use it. It's like I've said before, it's drills, skills, batting, bowling and fielding. You can use it for warm-ups, warm-downs, broken down and used in games, such as the bowler markers for the run-ups, creases, targets for the bowlers. And the thing is, from there, you can use it at clubs, You can use it in the park, we've said before, you can use it in the garden. If you've still got one, you can use it on the drive. In the school playground is good, because we go into the schools with it, in the lessons. And really, all I want is to develop a love for the game through Crickbox, but also, in a way, develop people's imaginations. It's a box, there's lots of things in there. I had an imagination to come up with it, but have an imagination to come up with some drills, skills that you can use Crickbox for, and join the team.
And you can also use it indoors as well.
It's ideal for indoors. We've used it all this winter for March Marvels for our juniors at March, and it really, really benefits in nets, especially for the bowlers. Right, and it's the feedback that I've had from anybody that's used it, and anybody's been coached by the coaches at March in the winter nets, have all been positive. And we've seen the results. Now we've gone outside. I'm not having to stand there and worry about some of my bowlers with their line and length, because they've got their line and length through Crickbox.
So in essence, it's giving a lot more direction for your coaching and making it easier to coach.
Yes, very much so. Yes, really is. And the good thing with Crickbox, and you learn everything new all the time, and I use it in the schools, and other coaches are starting to use it in the schools in March, because we deliver a Chance to Shine program that's really, really good, that's been going for many years. And we can involve the pupils and the children more, because you have markers for throwing. If someone throws the ball, someone marks the ball. Yes, and for bowling, the same. Well, we encourage the children to be the marker. If we explain it to them, the biggest benefit they are using, they have to look at the ball, watch the ball, and then they mark the ball. Yeah. And what do you do in cricket? If you're batting, you need to watch the ball. If you're fielding, you need to watch the ball. Yeah. So it's some of the real simple things this helps to bring out.
And if people check out Crickbox's very vibrant new website, crickbox.co.uk, you can see some of this in action.
Yeah, you can. It's a really, really good video. Yes, and we had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the website, Bill. How long did that take, and who helped you with the website?
Well, the website, I was put in contact with someone that's very, very good. Yes, he's actually sat listening to this now. His name's David. He's got his own imagery company, and he was recommended to me. And he won't mind me saying, I'm ex-Royal Navy, very proud of it. David's ex-RAF. Two servicemen together were bound to hit it off. And David has got the technical skills with the filming and the computers and everything. I've got the hands-on skills with what I love, which is coaching. So the website, I was helped by David to set the website up, and I've become more confident in it. And yes, we've got our own website. You can see the video on there, and you can contact us and speak to us on there.
Well, I'd recommend anyone to look at the video, which is on crickbox.co.uk. We've talked about the benefits of Crickbox. Where can you get it from?
Well, you can get it from visiting our website, and on there we have various retailers that are stocking it and selling it. We have Hunt's County Bats, we have Fearnley Cricket, we also have Mr. Cricket at Burwell, and we have SMM Cricket in Market Deeping, and we have VSV Sports online, where you can go. They're all linked in, so if you go onto the links, you can see the products. And obviously, you can contact us, or me. I'm sales as well.
So all major suppliers though, Bill?
All major suppliers, and we're in discussions with other cricketing retail avenues to, to sell Crickbox through.
And how have sales been going, and what sort of feedback have you been getting?
Sales, we only started in April, the beginning of April, setting up the website and everything, and sales have been going good. Like I said, Paul Fearnley has, he's got his stock. Mr. Cricket's got his stock. S&M have theirs, and obviously Hunt County Bats. And I've sold some to my own cricket club. Yes, because they wanted to have it available for their children and for their coaches. I'm in conversations with various other clubs in the area who are all looking at purchasing this. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with the sales at the moment. Sales are starting to pick up, and yes.
All sounds good. You must be absolutely thrilled to have, got this far in the journey, remembering how long you said it took to get it off the ground.
It has. I cannot say how proud and how happy I am with the products and with the support of people that have helped me to get this far. Yeah, and it's been a journey, but it's been a good journey, a journey of discovery for myself, and also falling even more in love with the game of cricket and how I can actually help everybody to fall in love with this game and just have fun with it. Crickbox is just part of the story, of the big game of cricket, but it's the grassroots, it's where we start from. My dream would be to be sat at Lord's, watching England warm up for an international game, and the England bowlers are actually using Crickbox. How good a feeling would that be?
Well, that's a very nice thought, Bill. And you said to me that you've also got other possible products in the pipeline. Yes,
I have. Yeah, we've got other products. I've got one that's all ready to go. It's I don't want to say too much about it, but it's called the Outback Bat. And when it gets launched, you will realise there will be a story, because all my products have a story. And hopefully you'll fall in love with that story, and it's the next product that you can have. And then after that, what we are looking at is having the one big bag of Crickbox that has so much in it. Basically, it is the game of cricket in the bigger bag, and just go play it in the parks, play it with your friends, but it'll be Crickbox and Crickbox Cricket.
I also understand, Bill, you're looking for a young cricketing star as an ambassador for Crickbox.
Yes, we are. With Crickbox, we're young, we're from the grassroots, and we'd love to have a young, up-and-coming star of cricket as our ambassador, because that would be what we are and what they are.
Well, there's a shout out there from Bill of Crickbox for any young cricketing star to be the ambassador of Crickbox. Well, sounds like you're full of ideas, Bill. The very best of luck for Crickbox, your future ideas, and thank you very much for joining me on the Paddock and the Pavilion.
Thank you for listening to the Paddock and the Pavilion. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram at the Pad and Pav. Don't forget, if you like the show, please do leave us a rating and review.
Sports Social Podcast Network.